This is the face of a man who doesn't want to play Grief anymore, and this is the non-existent face of someone who is going to say something about it. I figured, free video, I have not been uploading recently, put the two and two together, and it's like, yeah, let's do it. So, how I feel about Doggie with Grief these days is misery. Straight up. It's not much more to say about that. I don't personally feel like Doggie is washed just because he's taking this on to verify top one. I don't personally think that he's bad at the game. And I know that might sound like a stupid take. It's like, how could he be bad? He's verifying a top one. Well, remember what community this is. This is the Geometry Dash community where half of the people playing the game are probably still wearing diapers at the age of 10. And there's people out there that are genuinely clowning on this guy for how long he's taking to verify this level. I played Grief in practice mode. It took me 2,300 attempts to reach the end. Tidal Wave only took me 800! It's like, bro, I feel like there is no accurate depiction on how hard this level truly is until we can confirm that there will never be a top one again. Because I feel like we're reaching an era where there will either not be like really any more top ones, or it's going to be an extreme shortage of them. Because getting a new top one back then was easy because the hardest level was like Cataclysm, which is now considered like the easiest extreme demon. So here's the thing. Think about this. When Doggie started playing Acheron, when Doggie started playing Grief, where was Acheron on the list? It was either number 3 or number 4. I'm pretty positive it was 3. But it could have been, I know it was in the top 5, that's all that matters. And it would have been top 1 if it was placed the day he started verifying it. Obviously. So, Grief is still considered top 1, and Acheron is now at number 10. That means that if Grief was placed on the list today, Acheron would be number 11 and Grief would still be top 1, versus 15 months ago where it still would have been top 1. That goes to show how much harder Grief is versus what we had then. Because it's just appalling to me to think about. It's so like incredible to think how much harder Grief really low-key is than Acheron. I feel like it's hard to make a depiction because we don't have much to go off of. Because back then, I remember Doggie saying, yeah, I think this is a bit harder than Acheron, or like a decent bit. He said something along the lines of that. And it's like, it must be low-key a lot harder than Acheron. If Acheron could be this much lower on the list versus where it was when he started playing, and it still be top 1. Just think about that. And like I said in the first video with the Zodiac and Bloodlust example, Zodiac is one of the hardest extended list demons, while Bloodlust is no longer on the list. And those two used to be Zodiac number 1, Bloodlust number 2. They were beside each other. Yet it still it was like it didn't feel like a big jump because they were right beside each other. It's like, oh yeah, this is the second hardest and this is the number 1 hardest. But I feel like there is no true scale to say how much harder a top 1 is versus the number 2 spot. I just feel like there isn't really a way. Because it was debated on whether, when W Popoff picked up Amethyst, whether it was harder than Grief or not. I mean, now we kind of know that Amethyst is easier, but the fact that it was even a debate just goes to show that if 2 levels are beside each other, the opinion is going to be different versus if they're like 60 spots apart from each other. I don't know. I don't know how to word it in a way that makes sense. The point I'm trying to get across is that I feel like we just can't say how hard this level truly is. Oh, I don't know what happened to the video right there, but anyways, just think about it. Acheron took Doggie. Wait, what? Doggie took Acheron. What the fuck? Okay, this is what happens when you try to make a video at 3 a.m. I had it right the first time. Acheron took Doggie how many attempts? If I remember correctly, it was 120k. And how many attempts did it take for him to get 65 to 100 on this level? If memory serves me correctly, it took him 50,000 attempts just to do 65 to 100. That is 35% of the level. That's it. that is almost half of the Acheron attempts. That is, I feel like just that on its own, you truly just can't say how hard this level is. It's just like, I don't know. It's just been like, I've been thinking about it sometimes. It's like, really, how hard is this? Because if you're a top player, then you can have a better depiction versus an average player. But I just don't know. I just feel like it's an argument and something that, like, low-key has to be considered. How hard is this level really? Because I feel like we can more accurately say that whenever top ones are just done. Because eventually, this is going to end. For the rest of eternity, there isn't just going to be a new top one after a new top one after a new top one. Eventually, there will be the last top one. And I feel like Grief is not that far behind from one to the last. I feel like I would have said the exact same thing about Sonic Wave years ago, but I don't know, it's just the more it goes on, it just really starts to feel that way, because after Zodiac, every top one was just low-key impossible. So it's just like, I don't know, I feel like there's an argument to be made there, but if there is going to be an Eternal top one, I would assume it to be Eterna's. I wish I had a different opinion, because I hate having the same opinion as 10 trillion other people, because I don't want to feel like a follower, but I guess I have to low-key agree that Eterna's might be the Eternal top one. And if Grief is verified and placed on the list, and so is Eterna's, how far off would Grief be from Eterna's? Would Grief be right beside it? Would Grief be 3 spots below it? 10 spots below it? Because I don't think there's that many levels that are harder than Grief that are actually going to be verified. Now, sure, there are a ton of levels that are harder than this one, but actual levels to be verified? Probably not that many. So I just feel like there's an argument to be made about this level being like forever in like the top 10. Like when this gets placed number 1 on the list, maybe for the rest of Geometry Dash history, this level will be in like the top 5 or the top 10. Because I personally think Eterna's will be verified someday. I just feel like there's no chance it won't be, especially considering Trick is going for it right now. I don't really know how much progress is going to be made on that, but yeah, I just I just wanted to make this section because I just want people to actually put this inside their heads, because I never heard anyone say this before other than myself, of just how hard is Grief really. It's obviously top 1, but how top 1 is it? Because like the current top 1, Amethyst, isn't very top 1. It's top 1, but it's not very top 1, because supposedly Thinking Space 2 is harder than Amethyst. So if RobTop ever rates Thinking Space 2, which I low-key hope he doesn't, because I don't feel Zoink needs another top 1 under his belt, but I just feel like that Amethyst isn't very top 1, because if it's already getting dethroned, then it was top 1 but not super top 1. But this, on the other hand, this might low-key be super top 1. I'm sorry if the last like minute, or really this whole thing so far, hasn't made any sense. It's 3 a.m. and this video is unscripted, and I can't really sleep, so I was like, yes, let's just make this random video since you haven't posted, you know? But I want to move on to a new section, which is how I feel about like Doggie's mental and stuff. And to be honest, and like how I feel like he should handle this verification. I have been up to date with every progress report. I haven't watched every stream, but I've been aware of pretty much each and every single one of them. And it's like, and I've noticed a few things over time. So, one thing is that he seems to play a lot better off stream. And he has said it himself. I have watched every progress report video, and some of them I've even watched multiple times. And it's like, I remember in one of them, he said, and he admitted that he played better off stream. So my only question is, why continue to stream it if you could just play it off stream? Now, off stream, no one can say how much he plays this level. But based off how much the attempt count is going up, I noticed that normally it seems to go up like 8,000 a month, around there, like 7 to 8,000 a month if I remember correctly. And if you look at the streams, at least like 90% of those attempts were on stream. I just wish he would play off stream more. I feel like it would be better for him if he did. Because when he's streaming, as you can tell if you've been looking at his face cam a lot, he looks over at chat a lot, like in the beginning of the level. If he played off stream, there would be no chat to sidetrack him. Now, obviously, the chat isn't spamming, hey, look at me, fuck your verification, I'm just gonna sidetrack you. But he keeps looking at it a lot, and engaging with viewers is a good thing, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, he should ignore his audience. But I just feel like he should move away from streaming and just play it more off stream. Because when he got 68%, it was off stream. I know he got 80% on stream, but I just feel like his focus was a lot better with that 68% with it being off stream. Because the thing is, nerves is a real thing. Once Doggie gets to like Grenade of Tacos, I wouldn't doubt that one of the things running through his mind is just how many people are watching this right now and how will it affect my nerves. Because me personally, if I was playing literally anything, even Stereo Madness, and I got to like the last bit of the level and I was self-aware that thousands of people were watching me, I would probably fold, just knowing that so many people are actively looking at me playing something. That's why I feel like he should play off stream where he doesn't have to worry about all these eyes on him. I don't know, I just really feel like it would benefit him. Like a lot. Like a lot. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's something that he should do more. Because like I said, if you look at his progress reports, he always says how many attempts he got in that month. And I feel like that number could be different if he just did it off stream. I don't know. I just really wish he would play it off stream more. Like, sincerely, I do. But like I said, there's no saying how much he plays it off stream. I can only just assume that it isn't much based off how many streams he's done in that month and what his attempt count ended up being. Because you can see from each stream that if he doesn't get thousands of attempts, he gets hundreds. Like, he gets a lot. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it really goes to show that off stream would be better. But yeah, now I want to move into a different portion, which is just me wrapping everything up by saying, Doggie, I'm sure you're not watching this video because I don't know how anybody would really find this, but if you can, man, please play it off stream more. I can't really say how things are because I don't remember which progress report he said that he played better off stream on, but all I know is that was months ago. So maybe now it's a bit different, but I remember when TS2 and Amethyst got verified on the same day, he had said that he doesn't play good with nerves, and he was self-aware of the 8,000 plus people that were watching him play this level, and that was one of his best streams ever. I mean, seriously, he did super good and was extremely consistent, but it's just playing under that pressure that I feel like is really going to make everything so much worse. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just that I just want this to be over already. I really do. I don't want there to be another stream of grief because I truly just want him to be free. Because it's surprising how many people don't know this, but the only reason Doggie is growing out his beard is to reflect the journey of how grief has made him look physically. He started this with absolutely no facial hair, pretty much. He didn't really have much. And now he has a straight full-on beard and a big old mustache. It was a little bigger like a couple weeks ago, but he shaved it a bit because the beard was like genuinely bothering him. And to be honest, I think Doggie looked really good on May 1st, 2024. Don't get me wrong, I still think Doggie is a very handsome man, but it's just that the journey is really reflecting everything. He sounds a lot more drained on stream, like he just doesn't want to be here, and to be honest, I can't believe he stayed this strong throughout all of this, because I could never do something like this. I have never dedicated even a fraction of this many attempts onto a level, And whenever I realize a level is giving me too many problems when I feel like I'm not ready for it yet, I just straight up drop it and I come back to it another time. Like, there is this hard demon called Timeless Dawn. I have beaten a lot of demons that are harder than Timeless Down. Well, or maybe not a lot, but I haven't came back to it yet because for some reason I feel like I'm not ready for it because I just didn't want to play it. And the fact that Doggie is doing the hardest level that anyone is going to verify for the time being, and he's still sticking through with it after all this time, I feel like you can't help but give him some credit no matter how long this takes. But of course, you have to remember this is the Geometry Dash community where 80% of the people watching are diaper wearing 10-year-olds, so I mean, I guess you can't expect all that much, but I just really hope that Doggy finds it in his heart to stream this less often, so then he can maybe have a better chance at verifying. I don't know, I just feel like it would benefit him highly. I mean, look at that reaction, for example. He doesn't want to play it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm done yapping now. I just wanted an excuse to keep talking, okay? Yeah. That's it. Maybe I will come back to this video. I mean, maybe I'll come back to this topic during like Thanksgiving or something. Maybe it'll be verified by then. I don't know. You don't really know. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.